Well, g'day, tubes. How's she hanging today? Pretty good here. Just a little bit of a miscellaneous kind of a day, I guess you would say. We're not really doing anything major, but I got a couple of little things I need to do, so we're just heading her down to the garage, and away we go.
Oh, that is cool. Oh, that is cool.
So anyways, we had the pressure washer out and washed off the front of the garage here and blew off some old chunks of paint that weren't really adhered too well anymore, and getting ready to paint, but that's going to probably have to dry a few days, depending how the weather goes. It's probably not ready to paint yet because I just washed it about hour and a half ago, so most of it stayed on pretty good. It always seems to be the bottom here where it seems to get de-adhered from the wood, and I don't know, maybe because the eave protects it better up there, so the rain actually comes and hits like on there kind of thing, and then gets through it and eats through it and stuff. So I don't know, but we'll let her dry out maybe a couple of days, and then maybe we'll do like a time-lapse video thing of painting the front of the garage kind of thing. I wouldn't make you sit there through that whole entire painting because it's probably going to be about 2 hours to paint the front of this. Moving the ladder over and painting a little bit, and then moving the ladder over and painting a bit, and moving the ladder over and painting a bit. It's going to take a bit. So yeah, not too bad. It looks pretty white still, but I bet you as soon as I start slathering on some new paint, it'll be like, whoa, that's really bad. But so far she doesn't look too bad. So, and while we had that going, we had the pressure washer going. We washed the mower deck all off. It needs some blades redone on it, and then that should be hopefully enough blades for chewing leaves and everything. So that'd be pretty awesome. So that little job was done this morning. Didn't film any of that, but because water, cameras, so there's some of the chunks we blew off. Not too bad. I just basically had my 12-foot wand standing back about here and just and blew it all off. I see there's a couple here that looks like it's missed, but a couple here too it's missed. Here it's missed. Stuff. I don't usually get too wicked fancy with whoa, there's a good one. With scraping too much of this off of here. Just slather the next coat on, it'll seep into her and hold her on. I can't believe some of that's still coming off, because I tell you, I was blasting her too. I see actually some big chunks up here too that I must have missed. Well, maybe I'll have to get on the ladder and do some scrapalagin too. So I know he's got it. I don't think Buddy's got the springs quite set right on this door. It's really hard to open. So I don't think they're quite right, but in our little drawer here, we've got some scrapalages thingies. This one will probably work good. One like that, or that's looking for that. There she is. Oh, there's my other one too. My little tools, that and that. That should be good for some scrapalagin. We'll need a ladder. Probably won't film any of this because that's pretty friggin' boring. But today, what else did I have in mind? Oh crap. Totally forgot. What else are we doing, boys? Well, it sure smells like curried kind of dried paint in here, that's for sure. With that project sitting in here. Oh, I know what else I had to do. Whenever the door goes up here on the backhoe over there, I want to put this cover back on for holding the lock dewey. It's really frustrating trying to get her up and holding her up and stuff without that on. So let's get some tools and we'll get working on that. All right, trying to remember now of what we got to do here. I think we ought to start her up. Put a couple of things down here. Lost my That's got us a little bit closer in here, sort of. Let me just double check you guys. Maybe you're not in a good spot there. Well, we'll just do that maybe. Okay, so. Oh, we better grab our bracket too. Oh, hello, Chip. Chip. Yes, that was me that left you the peanuts at your hole. Okay. Now, this, I believe was, oh, it's not a 15. What the heck size was that? For some reason I had 15 on my brain, but that's not the right size. That's why I brought my tools. That maybe looks more like, Oh, for cornflakes. I'm going to have to get my other ratchet. 1 second. Forgot this one exploded on me. Alright. Yeah, my ratchet all fell apart the other day. I don't really exactly know what happened there, but all I know is it fell apart. Okay, so this ended up being 5/8, or it's probably some sort of metric too. Basically, there's 4 bolts. Hold this thing on here. I think that was it. And that's part of my lock thing for the boom lock here, which I still had a boom lock, but without that other piece, it kind of holds it up too, right, when it's not locked. So not having it kind of sucked. If I can get these from over here or not. I think I had those. That's what happens. That thing flicks down on its own, and then you try to put your boom up and it hits that stupid thing, and whereas this guy here holds it for you, right? Okay, let's grab this, and it should just slide in. Oh, but we gotta remember to that work. There was a little trick. I'm probably doing it wrong. It's like one of them solve the puzzle kind of things, right? Because I got to get this little hook thing, on that little latch thing. I'm gonna get you a little bit closer here. Hook thing on the latch thing. Now, what the heck did I do? Now I can't get it out. Holy frick. Okay, now I don't know if I... That's where it was. That's what she was. That kind of a thing. And that's it. That's all that thing does. So we shall lock that back in. That's what it was. The boom had to move. That's right. Almost forgot. Not so long. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to sneak in beside you here because I can't see what the frick I'm doing. My finger eyeballs aren't working today for some reason. So, well, let's try the top one first, maybe. That one's pretty good. Well, that one's not too good. Why is that being so stubborn? Looks like it was bent, but I haven't done anything with it. Maybe I put these guys on just a little bit too tight. He needs a little more movement. Which could be the issue. It's funny, it's like right there, but it's not right there. If you know what I mean. I really don't like to do this, but that's not going to work. Well, for cornflakes, it's embarrassing. Oh, man. Go to the other side now. Loosen that side off the hair a little bit so I can get the other side to start. Holy jumping, really? Wow, she's a weird fit for some reason, and it wasn't too bad coming off that I remember. But anyways, I can get her started here, we'll be good. Huh, why the heck's it doing that? That's a bit weird. Okay, well I'm gonna have to figure something else out here. Hold on. Jumping, as silly as it is, I shouldn't have to get a little small prying tool in here just to get the thing to line up. And I know if this is gonna help. Oh, there we go. Holy man, oh man, go home. And silly things, eh? Little silly thing. Always shut engine off before hydraulics. Disconnecting or connecting with engine running will damage the machine. Yes, it will. Okay, that one's good. That one's good. Get the other side here. So what happens if you start the machine or you have the machine running when you unhook the big hydraulic hoses back here is there's always fluid going through these hoses and it'll bypass and go back through the, ow, that really hurt. Go back through the the drain hose back to the tractor if it's not getting any use on the backhoe, so it's always cycling there, right? So you've always got pressure, so if you pull that off all of a sudden, it's trying to work, and it's, you know, doing what it's supposed to, but you've just eliminated your bypass when you've taken that hose off there. So that's not a good thing. Okay, that should do that. Let's try her out here. Sure you guys are in a position to see her work. That's up now. We'll put this guy up. That locks her. Now if you want to get it off, you just pull her back, put it forward, and then you're released. Sweet. Alrighty, well, the next little project for today, miscellaneous project for today, is to kind of figure out what we're going to do for this trailer. And mounting that hitch maybe back here on the 3-point hitch mount thing instead of the trailer, so these little things here don't interfere with the tops of the trailer here. It was just about perfect, but it's not quite. So I got a little tube here. I went and picked one up. I know I had one, but I think it was just a short guy I got, and then we used that for when we built that little hitch for the front here. That's that guy there. We built that thing, so I don't think there was a whole lot left, but I couldn't find that leftover piece. So anyways, I just went and grabbed another one up at the RV shop just up the road from us here. It's about a 10-minute, 15-minute drive from here. So we got another tubes. And we're just gonna see how this is gonna work. I don't know why, but that's why. I was gonna say that looks like it's crooked. So it's probably very important that we keep this thing centered. So I'm gonna tighten the little locking things here if I can. Why did I get that one, I guess? But anyways, it's about right. Now this thing already sits off to the right quite a bit for the blower, so the blower doesn't get into it, because the blower sits like here and then sucks out of your mower deck. So if you can see here, she already sits way off to the right as it is where those things mount there. So we're just going to do like a dry hitch up here, just to kind of get a rough idea of what we're looking at. If I can get this feller to move for me. She's got about 8 pounds worth of paint on her now, so well, maybe not that much, but anyways, if that went here, per se, now it might be a little bit further back than that. Boy, oh boy, I hope my tube should still fit there, I'm hoping. If not, I got another chunk here. That's why I got a longer piece in case something needed to be adjusted. So now those stupid things still might interfere a little bit, as well as this little piece right here might interfere when the trailer turns and comes over there. Now that's kind of sort of not important there, but it's kind of holding up this thing. So I don't really want to have to hack all that out. What that thing was, this thing had a bar that went in and then it bent and went up here, and that was actually the support for the 3 bags that sat back here originally. But I'll tell you, I did like half a row with a 3-bag thing here and it was full. I'm like, that's ridiculous. So I used it like 3 times and I'm like, yeah, I can't do this, sorry. It's okay for grass, but not for leaves, that's for sure. Hence why we made this thing so big. So what I am planning on doing is, just let me grab my little hitch. Okay, so we just clamped that feller on there. I'm just going to give her a kind of a trial dry run here. That's pretty much in line with the original hitch. It's just this way a little bit, which is okay. I'd rather have it actually over this way more, because then the trailer will be this way more, then I'm not apt to hit stuff, you know, when I'm coming back into a turn or something. So that might be not too bad there. I don't know if it's exactly this hitch I'm going to use, but it'll be something close to this hitch. That puts a lot more back pressure on that on the tractor than it does right in the front. It's amazing how much more torque that gives it. Let me think now, is that good or not? See, I can move this thing in and out too, right? But I don't think actually something like that is not going to get interfered with this thing here at all, so that should be good. That's an awful tight turn if it did. That thing would be like this way towards you fellers. So that might be alright. And boy oh boy, I don't think that that hose is going to fit now. Well, it might. Let's go grab the blower here and stick it on too. Okay, we're here with that blower. Let's get that feller mounted on as best we can here. This thing's a bit of a pig. Gotta get these two guys lined up. Hang on, I gotta put this thing up first. The props here have to go halfway up. Forgot about that. Okay, now I'm gonna end up smashing my head off of this thing, no doubt. The ROPs that are halfway up now, halfway up. So that feller's got to go on those pins. Good. Okay, that's on. Now let's see about hose-wise here. Still not too bad, maybe. It's actually more of a kind of, you know, route instead of up and then having to turn. It's a little far, I think, though. I think what I'm going to do is pull in this hitch a little bit here. So we'll take her off. Let's try her right in here. Okay, that's on there now. But it still looks like an awful long way. The only thing I don't like about that, is it's going to make the trailer turn a lot less soon. I'm going to have to turn so much more wider with it. Because I'm going from right there to where the ball is in there. So that's, how many inch difference is that? Let's see here. We've got approximately, it's quite a bit. So from where the trailer's mounting now to where it would mount, we're losing 21 inch. Wow. Well, can't really go much more than that, like inwards more than that, because this guy here is right against the frame. So now the only other thing I could do, which I don't think it would be too strong, is actually maybe, well, this is pretty thick steel too, is drill a hole through that That's solid though. I don't really want to drill that. That would suck. So, well, I guess we don't have to cut any holes there, so we could go put this on here maybe and see how we like it. And if we don't like it, then we can maybe just go back to using the other main hitch, and we'd have to do a bit of cutting here, which I really don't want to cut this frame apart on this thing too badly. Really don't want to have to do that. But these legs would have to come off both sides because they rub right on the frame of the trailer. It's kind of wrecking that up pretty good. And this, I think, would have to come off too. The big 6 solid bar, then I'd have to weld another 2-inch piece in across here to bring that back to strength. Holy cow. Worst comes to worst, if I had to, I'd have to, I guess, but really don't kind of want to have to. So maybe we'll try welding that guy on, and then when the leaves come, we'll give her a shot, see how we like it, and if we don't like it, then we can just figure out something else then, I guess. So it'll be a little bit of time before all the leaves are down, kind of going anyways, but oh, door closed himself. So do I like where that's mounted now? So I could go over a bit more with it. I could go more towards like this guy here. Could bring it over another, what's that, 3 inches? Got about another 4 inches there. I could bring it over. That would bring the trailer further over to this side, and that would, so I'm a little leery about this trailer getting too close to monuments and stuff, so I might try that and see how that looks. Oh. Something like that. The only thing about that is it'd be fun trying to get your pin in and out, but there's actually enough room there. I could probably still I can still get that in there. Well, that would work. Something in around there. So let's bolt this feller down now and try that. Now you can adjust your links here a little bit too and bring it over this way more as well. That would work too. I kind of like to have that sort of centered so it pulls, you know, on the tractor right. But it looks like it's sloping too. It needs to come up a little bit. That's where the mower seems to like it, so that's why it's sitting like that. But anyways, that's not a big deal. Okay, so that's not really centered with the trailer. Now the trailer's a bit cockeyed, but I think that might be a little better like that. Although it's going to be a nightmare trying to weld that on there because there isn't really a whole lot of room left now to get down in beside to weld that. Not much room, boys. Not much room down there. Holy crap. So I might have to come over a little bit. Alright, I think we found where we want to go with this thing, so we're going to fire up the old dry metal chop saw here and give her a buzz. I left a little bit extra on the, well, I guess we'd call it tractor side, which would be this side, to weld to, so that should work pretty good. I'm just grabbing some earplugs because it's going to be pretty loud. And I don't want to go deaf. Huh? Hey? So that's our line, so we left, yeah, that should be good. Still doesn't look like enough, but this is where it's sitting on this like 2-inch piece, so I guess that should be good. Sure does a nice cut, let me tell you. That's worth a freaking weight in gold, that's all. I love it. Well, now we're going to have to grind through this, I guess it's powder coat on this stuff. Find some bare metal. And a spot to attach my ground clamp from the welder to. Alright, I'll get this welded on. I'm not going to film the welding because I don't want to wreck the sensor in this camera. I think that's maybe what's kind of happened with my other cameras, why it was recording it kind of blurry-ish. So one sec here, we'll get her juiced and she should be good. Okay, we are welded on, and I don't like to, you know, toot my own horns and stuff. Sometimes I do. They're train horns. But anyways, I must admit, that's a pretty frickin' darn nice weld. I'd almost say that looks like a factory weld. Pretty frickin' nice. Now what's this side look like? Not too friggin' bad, you know. Get a nice little zoom in on there for you. Oh, that's it. That's not too friggin' bad for... You know, I guess I got, well, you could say a little experience welding, but missed a little corner there, but that's okay. All underneath, around underneath the backside, had lots there, so that should work. Perfect, and I even got her on the right way. That's even more better. So, okay, that's on. I'm gonna hook her up and take her for a little test spin, see how we like her. Oh, that sure looks like a long way back. That's only 20 inches we basically gained or lost, I guess you'd call it. But the only other problem I got now is, it's not a big problem because I do have a solution already, but my hoses are, one's a bit too short here, as you can see. It's like, you know, really like another 3-4 inches, but this one I put an extension on, so should have lots then. And I do have another extension. I just have to put it on the other hose. But now this thing too is going to be a little screwy here because I don't have my motor deck on right now. So maybe for now I'll just pop this hose off of here, or fold it over because it's so flexible. I guess that should work. So I want to take it for a little test drive. See, this might not be long enough here now, maybe, perhaps. I don't really know yet until we kind of take it for a test spin here. See what's going to happen. She might be too short. She might be too short. But the beauty thing is now, let's just fire up here. Some of the roads are a bit higher back there, and I was a little concerned about my hydraulics getting maybe tore off. So we're actually in raised mode now. So, whoa, that was, that's mow mode there. Oh, and then she'll jack her up a little bit. So. That's actually pulling even more there now, so I don't know if I like that or not, but it's not too bad. I still got quite a bit on there, so it still might be alright. But I think if I did that sleeve, maybe that would hold her down for sure good. Alright, I don't know what I'm going to really be able to film for you here. I'm mostly just watching if anything's going to bind or whatever. On this guy when I turn. Pretty sharp turn there, but I think I might have to use my other hose, unfortunately. I won't have to cut it if I didn't need to, but well, we'll get up to the top of the hill hill here, we'll try doing some turning. Well, that's cocked over there pretty good. I don't think I'd want to go much more than that because I'd be smushing into my tank. So that's gonna have to watch that, I guess. I mean, this thing will flex a hair bit, but not much. That's about max. So that's a pretty darn tight turn though. Holy cow, if I got to turn any more than that, you know, back her up and then cut her around the other way, she should be good. So that's pretty tight turn there, so I'm not too concerned about that. That's tight turn the other way and actually comes and hits this thing, which is actually maybe all right, because I wouldn't think I need to turn any sharper than that either. If I do, man, there's something wrong here. So I don't think I'm going to need to turn any sharper than that. So I mean, I'd be into the tire there anyways if it was hooked into the tractor. So now this thing did pull off a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. There's like, I need like 6 more inches, I think there. That really sucks. That really sucks. But anyways, that's not too big of a deal. I got more hose there, so I just kind of really didn't want to have to use her, but oh well, we changed plans after we cut the hose, so what can we do? Well, overall, I think she should work good. I might try a little piece of the tube stuff there first and see if that'll maybe just weight it down enough. I just don't really want it pulling too hard on this because it will tear. It takes a bit, but it will tear, so I just don't want it pulling too hard and then ripping apart on me somewhere, right? So that would suck. Up in here or something, it would tear. Like, it's got a fair bit of pull, but you don't want to stretch it, I don't think. It's got more squishability like this than it does stretchability. Like, it doesn't go very far, right? So you don't want to overstress it and then rip it. So we might have to switch this hose. But maybe I'll try the ring on it first. That might weight her down a bit and hold her down kind of more where she should be, and go from there. But I don't think I'll get to that today. I want to throw a bit of primer on this guy, so we're going to unhook here. Fastest hose unhook I've ever done. That's awesome. And I did all that testing with my jack down even. How is she for warm? Oh, not too bad. Okay, let's get a little bit of primer fired on it. What the heck? Okay, let's give her some primer in. Hopefully this stuff's okay within the other side of the garage. Why does primer have to smell so good? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's like, ugh, really? Load her on. Okay, that should be good. And we'll let that dry on up. Well, I guess that's it for today. We got our little Joey jobs done that we needed to do and stuff. I think we got that trailer solved up pretty good, except for the hose maybe. But I might just try a chunk of that 7-inch, I guess that's a well tile stuff basically. I don't know, round tube maybe, I don't know. Try a hunk of that maybe that'll solve the hose from wanting to pull off. But if I got to, I guess I got an extra piece of hose there. I can just cut and leave her another foot longer even or something. I don't care if it hangly danglies a bit. It just needs a little bit while it's turning, you know. It needs a little bit of slack to be able to flex or whatever. So it'll condense a bit, but it won't expand. It'll rip before it expands too far. So you don't really want to be doing that out in the middle of the field and then stuff going all over the place, right? That would suck. So yeah, but I guess that's about it for today. I'm just heading her home. Freaking almost 5 o'clock already. Man, days flip on by, don't they? Holy jumping. Just barely get up, have some breakfast, lunchtime, do something, and then it's time to go home. Never seems like that if you're at a job you don't like, though. If you don't like your job, it seems to like take for a freaking ever to get to 5 o'clock, you know. Whereas here, it's like, holy crap, it's already time to go. So, but anyways, that's the way she works. I guess they, what do they say? Oh crap, what's that saying? Time flies while you're having fun or something like that? Yeah, I think that's it. So, but anyways, that's all we can do. So, have yourselves a good night, and don't forget to... No, that's not right. Don't forget to remember and